Hello, I'm Andrea from the Creative Dream Incubator, and I don't feel ready to do this. As I said in the blog post that I wrote coming up to this video, I don't feel ready. I don't really have time. It's very early in the morning. I'm still on my first cup of tea. I haven't even moved on to coffee yet. I'm just kind of sleepy. But I have to do these videos very, very early if I'm going to do them because I have construction crews coming into the Dream Loft every day. So because of that, because I have a few projects on the go, because I'm doing a retreat in San Francisco in 2 weeks, I'm feeling like I do not have time to commit to a weekly video right now. And my intuition is also saying, but do it. You want to do it, so do it. Saying that you don't have time to work on your dream is one of the most common ways that people kill their dreams, and it's not true. You have time. I have time. We all have time. And we're making choices about what we want to do with that time. And there's always the possibility to make a new choice. So for me, I often just tell myself that I don't have enough time or enough energy when it's not even true at all. So I'm experimenting with that here and saying, well, what if I use this time when I would normally kind of sit quietly with my tea and just record this video? Sure enough, I can't do that every day because I need that time of sitting quietly with myself in the mornings. In a while, I can make compromises on things in order to invite new things in, right? That's a big, big part of creative dreaming. I think people don't realize how important that is, how it comes down to you making a choice. It doesn't come down to waiting for something to change in your life so now you have room for it. You're never going to have room for it. Just organically, you have to create room for it. So here I am creating room for this. I don't have creative journals to share with you. My journals have been a lot of just kind of plain old writing, so I just want to talk about what I'm writing about because I'm at a really cool stage with one of my dreams, the fruition stage, which is the stage we always want to get to, and we think of it as the dream come true and now you're going to live happily ever after and everything's amazing, when the truth is generally it takes a lot of adjustment to actually accept the dream come true into your life. It takes huge internal shifts to become the person who can hold and have that dream in their life. So fruition, there's still a lot of work to do there. And it's often a big surprise because you think once you have the thing you're done, only to find, wow, there's all this other stuff you have to work on in order to be able to hold the thing. And all these ways that you need to adjust in your life that you didn't think would happen. It's like we have dreams and fantasies become very intertwined very easily. So we think, once I have this thing, everything else in my life is going to be amazing, when often actually the opposite is true. Sometimes getting a big dream come true creates like a ripple of discomfort everywhere, and there's a lot of kind of fallout to deal with. It's different every time. There's still a lot of work to do once the dream comes true. So today is an official fruition day for me. Today's the day that the Dream Loft becomes mine. And it's probably a really big surprise for most people if you've been reading my blog for 2 years. You know that 2 years ago I thought that I bought the Dream Loft, and I sold my house, and it was we'll try to find those posts and link to them because it was a really cool process that happened, that my intuition kind of led me to this construction site, and I was looking at it and my intuition was like, do it, like Google it, figure out what this is for you. And I was like, what are you even talking about? I have a home. I just left my job. It had only been about 6 months and I've been doing this stuff full time, and I was like, I'm not ready to make any kind of big financial commitment. I just want to settle into where I am now and then, maybe think about that. Even though, in the back of my mind, I had noticed since I started working from home that I would really like more of an open space. I like the size of my home. It was about 1,000 square feet, but I wished it didn't have all those little rooms. I wished it was just like a big open space and I could kind of play in. But I wasn't admitting that to myself then, and I was kind of resistant to this, but my intuition was super, super clear, and also that I was being called to a greater expression of who I am, and that I would be supported along the way, that the process of buying the Dream Loft and like selling my house and all of this, that was helping me grow into the me who can have the dream loft. That inner process ended up being a lot bigger than I had anticipated, and it took 2 years. So here we are 2 years later, and it's just been a lot of construction delays and red tape and stuff that happens when you're building a new building. And so a lot of, I haven't been sure until now that I was even going to be able to keep it. I put money into it in the beginning. I didn't know if I was ever going to get that back. I didn't know what was going to happen. It wasn't the easiest process. But everything about it helped me grow into who I need to be to live in my dream space and do my dream work in my dream space. Generally, the process of fruition, it is about stepping up a bit, stepping up, stepping out, stepping into more of who you really are, having the courage to align your inner truth and your outer world, having the faith and the trust in yourself and in life and in anything else that's going to help you to do this. It means being maybe more creative. What's interesting, because I do this with all of my clients, we talk about who that person is who can hold the dream in their lives, and almost everyone answers, when we explore everything about this person, almost everyone answers that she dresses more creatively. It's just really cool. She's a little more in touch with her creativity, a little more creatively expressed, a little more willing to be brave, willing to show who she is to the world and be more self-expressive in her clothing. Usually her home is also a little more creative and funky, and it's always like just a step towards expressing more of who you really are. And that always sounds so beautiful and spiritual and creative, and really it's terrifying, right? There's reasons why most of the world is just kind of conforming and doing what people do and fitting in and all of that stuff, because it's terrifying to be who you really are, to express who you really are. It takes a lot of vulnerability as well as courage. It takes a strong, brave heart. It takes all of these internal qualities to be able to put yourself out there in that way. So developing those qualities is a process. That doesn't happen after you have the dream come true. That happens before the dream can even come into your energy space. So that's really what I've been doing for the last 2 years, is working on taking that next step. And that's what I've been exploring in my journals, and also I've just been spending a lot of time by myself, being quiet and just attuning and aligning with me, with this, who I'm becoming, with the me who can hold the dream in her life. For sure, I've had the dream loft for a little while, but I haven't known that I was going to be able to hold it. So now, this morning, I'm going to the lawyer's office to sign the final papers to say I'm holding it. I'm really feeling a shift within myself. I'm feeling more grounded. I'm feeling more solid about what I want to do and how I want to do it. I'm feeling more sure about just being who I am. It's becoming easier and easier for me to just be who I am and not worry about what other people think, or not have what they think be really any of my business at all. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm shoring up all those inner qualities of trust and faith and courage and vulnerability and strength and connection to heart, connection to spirit, connection to intuition, trust in myself, trust in my dreams. Shoring up all of that to help me just take this final part of this step. And by the end of the day, the dream loft will be mine. So this is the first video of this Dreamtastic Creative Journals that I want to do, and I'm kind of still in the process of getting the framework of Dreamtastic going. What I can tell you right now is that I'm going to do a video every week. I want to be presenting helpful tools and ideas, but mostly I want to be sharing what I'm doing. I found in the 30 Days of Journals that was really the most helpful thing. Share the truth of what I do in my journals, because that is the most true source of inspiration. I am also going to answer questions. I have tons of questions from people. I'm going to create an FAQ so you get that. So you're going to be doing the free Creative Dream coaching circles. We're doing our first one next Monday. As you're working on your Dreamtastic Creative Journal practice, you'll have regular opportunities to join these calls and talk to me about questions or whatever is coming up. I want this to be an invitation for you to not just witness my process, but to be more present in your process of using your journals to bring your dreams to life. This is kind of a living thing. As it unfolds, I will be changing and shifting and moving things around to make it as helpful as possible for you. So I'm kind of excited about the adventure of it, of not knowing exactly what it's going to be like. I'm excited about inviting you to share what you're up to and having it be not just all about me. I'm excited about more people doing more creative dream journaling. I think this is what changes the world, right? People empowering themselves, doing that inner work of becoming more connected to their truth and more willing to express it, and then we sort of ripple that out into the world. I believe we can create huge lasting change from that kind of inner work. So I'm really happy about this. I'm glad that my intuition pushed me to do it even though I don't feel ready. You never feel ready. You can't wait till you feel ready. You have to just go. So I'm glad for that reminder today. And I will see you back here next week. Goodbye.